Welcome to this Getting Started guide for Development Hub. We will start with the prerequisites. For this project to work, we require at least 2 instances of a Power Apps environment. We can see here I have 3: dev, extract, and CI. CI isn't strictly necessary, but will help in our DevOps process, which we'll install on Azure DevOps. Dev is where the solutions will be actually modified. These will be separate development solutions which will be merged into the extract environment. From the extract environment, a main solution will be extracted, which will later go down the environments from CI, test, pre-production, and production as a managed solution. Within the environments, I have already pre-configured a service principal as a service account. I will show you that here. This is set up for both dev and extract, and they are system administrators in both. We will also need a copy of the package, which we can download from the releases available here. And going back to the README file, we will need the package deployer. We'll also need the plugin registration tool, which I will retrieve from nuget. If I open a PowerShell prompt, I will first install the package deployer. And I'll also get the plugin registration tool, which we'll need later. For the prerequisites, that is all that is needed. Moving on to the installation part of this tutorial, I will open up my downloads folder and first extract the release downloaded from GitHub. I will copy the contents of this, and opening up the package deployer and tools folder, I'll paste those items in here so you can see the package folder as well as a DLL file. Next, we will open up the package deployer and go through these processes. I'm already configured for the development environment. We'll click next and next. There are 3 solutions: Issues, Develop, and Azure DevOps. We'll now wait for these to install. Okay, all the solutions have now installed. If we click next and finish, and we head back over to our Power Apps environment, we can see we're in dev, and these 3 solutions have now been installed. Next, as we've already registered the app, we'll move over to configuring the plugin step. If I head back to my downloads, open up the plugin registration tool, create a new connection which is already to the trial instance I have. I will look for the development hub assembly and the inject secure config plugin. For each of these, I will update them, pasting this object into the secure config. Now that's complete, we'll look to configure Azure DevOps. I'll first go to the Azure DevOps tenant I have. We can see here I already have the build setup and a repo setup. This is following our package generator, which will be covered in another video. Within the project settings, if we go to the repositories and development hub trial, we can go to permissions and look for the build service. We can see here we need bypass policies when pushing, contribute, and create branch. So I will allow access to this, and create branch. I've already configured the Azure pipelines, so this step is not required for me. If you have not used the generate package Yeoman generator, then I'd advise looking at the samples folder and following these steps. Next up is to set the solution variables. If I head to our Power Apps environment, if I refresh the solutions from when they were first installed, it will now say there are 4 environment variables. Our solution prefix is going to be cap. Our project is development hub. And our organization is TD Ashworth-cap. The build ID is definition 44. Next, we need to set the flow connections. We will locate the develop solution. We'll edit it. Continue. Save. And then turn on. And repeat that for each of the flows. Checking back, we can see we have enabled all 4 of these. Next, we'll look at the configuration. Here we'll set up the environments and solutions so we can automate that process upon the creation of new issues. First, we'll create an environment record. If we go back to the Power Platform, we can go to Apps, and Development Hub. First we'll create an environment. And we'll call this extract, and we'll point to our extract environment URL. And we'll save that. Next we'll create a solution record. As per the README file, we can see we should not change the version numbers if the solution is new, which in this case it is. That's it. Our next video will look at the usage of this